Well, if you're gonna have Souls-like music for a Souls-like game, this is pretty on par. Hey everyone, Wanderbot here, and welcome to Thymesia? Thymesia? I'm not actually sure. Anyway, so it's an indie Souls-light made by Overborder Studio and published by Team 17. Kind enough to send me a copy. Well, Good Old Games was kind enough to send me a copy. So yeah, nice of them. I've heard this is more of a cross between Sekiro and Bloodborne than actual Dark Souls, which is kind of interesting. And it has a little bit more of like a plague doctor look to it. In the beginning, people thought it was just another infectious disease. It wasn't until the livestock began dying, and those who had been infected began shrieking out in pain, that they realized a deadly plague had befallen them. The various kingdoms tried to fend off the sickness and ghastly creatures, but their efforts were futile, and despair engulfed the entire continent. Hermes' kingdom, founded atop a colossal tree, quickly rose to power due to their use of a miraculous alchemical science, which was able to turn the plague into a cure. As the plague ravaged the lands, they relied on this alchemy to light the blessed flame. But where there is light, there will always be shadow. Well, looks nice so far. Okay, move, sprint, and interact. Seems pretty quick, actually. Okay, follow the command, search for the cores. Saber attack, wounds, and execution. Use right bumper to perform a saber attack, B to dodge. Saber attacks deal damage to the enemy and leave wounds on them. Wounds are temporary and will heal after a short period if no more damage is inflicted. When the enemy's health and wounds are both 0, they become dazed. Approach a dazed enemy to execute them. Okay, oh yeah, we do have an enemy here. Alright, easy enough. Anything else? It's a little choppy. I should fix that. Yeah, it looks like my computer wasn't liking Ultra, but it looks like high is mostly fine, or it could be a loading issue. I'm not sure. Doesn't matter too much. We'll just make do for today, and if it's a serious problem, then, well, hopefully they patch it. Or it's a me thing. Okay, left bumper to parry. Deflecting an enemy attack damages the enemy and negates any damage to Corvus. Hello? Alright, let's see if I can parry. Well, this is going to be rough. As I'm a little iffy on my parries. It works. I got really used to it in Sekiro. But most other games, I don't know, it's hit and miss. Administrative order. Due to the recent epidemic outbreak, Hermes' kingdom is declaring a state of emergency. All citizens must abide by the following orders. All citizens are forbidden from going out. Essential supplies will be distributed by the knights. Any sightings of plague-like symptoms and mutations must immediately be reported to the knights to be dealt with. Any corpse or unclean objects must be handed over to the relevant personnel for incarceration and purification. Effective date immediately. Now, did Hermes' kingdom also fall then? I'm not exactly clear on this. Paper on the ground. A deadly silence hangs over the streets, and the city is completely sealed off. There's no food to be found, nor any water. Alright. Can I go in here? I don't know what I can go inside. But I guess if the barricades look flimsy enough, I can potentially beat my way in. Okay, lock on. Yep. Okay, use a potion. There we go. Okay, use potion is up. There we go. Okay, so it looks like I've got a pretty tight parry window, but the parry is pretty quick. So if I mistime it, I might be able to get another parry off. You are the devourer. Wield your claws. Tear apart the cursed bodies. Right bumper for a claw attack. Claw attack deals a lot of damage and wounds enemy to prevent them from healing. Okay. Ow. Ow. Well, this is going to be tough. Memory interrupted. So, I effectively get desynced. That parry window is going to be tough to work with. When Corvus's health reaches 0, his memory is interrupted and converted into memory shards. Corvus can retrieve his lost memory shards at the location where it was interrupted. Will acquire memory shards from defeating enemies. They're used to level up. Okay. So, I guess the implication here is that... like, it's such a long wind-up, man. And you really have to hit the parry right before they attack. Not in the wind-up, which... is strange to me. Not that strange, but it's definitely one of those where, like, I don't know. I remember Sekiro's parries feeling easier to pull off. Okay. Fortunately, there's two of them. The dudes with the axes. There we go. Okay, no, I got that one. I don't know. I think it's more friendly than I think. It's just the enemies with the really long wind-up messes with me hard. Okay. Because I got potions for a reason. Let's actually use them. Why is this guy so grassy? Oh, come on. Yeah. Learning how to parry in these games is not easy. Well, I tried to parry that one. Did not work. Like, I think once you get it, it's easy peasy. Oh, wait. Damn it. There we go. Yeah, so the problem is I have to actually hit him with the claws. I gotta hit him with my claws, otherwise he's just gonna keep healing. There we go. Each enemy has a unique plague weapon. Corvus can reeve for his own use. Hold right trigger to fully charge Corvus's claw and release a reeve. Release a reeve of plague weapon. Reeve does even more damage to the enemy wounds, prevents them from healing. Is it fully charged? I guess so. Press Y to cast a reeved plague weapon. Can only be used once. We have super armor when casting plague weapons, but we still take damage. Okay, so now I think we have this dude's axe. We're also very injured, but that doesn't surprise me. Can I heal anywhere? Well, anything around here? Hello, sir. Wow, okay, that works. I might have to just utilize hit and run. There we go. Okay, then there was just her. I wish parrying actually came with this stun. Like, it makes sense in Sekiro where it's like a flurry of blows that you're kind of nearly parrying. But it always, I don't know. The King's Dagger and the Grey Armor, they're our last hope. They led the survivors and tried to make things right. The infected corpses were burned to purify them of the sickness. I think part of it is, I never really got that far in Bloodborne, and I think this is kind of more following that style. And that's putting me off a little bit because, like, that game you really need to learn how to parry in. Okay, definitely can't go this way. Beacon. Resting at beacon saves your current progress, refills potions, restores energy. Okay, so bonfire. Activate it. Chair with a lantern on it. Okay, and we can't level up, unlock talents, plague weapons, potions, forgotten feathers, or cease recall. Huh. There's like a small child with the lantern. That's okay, that's freaky. Feathers, as lethal as iron arrows, pierce their weakness. When a green light appears before an enemy attack, they'll perform a critical hit that cannot be deflected. Instead, Corvus must move out of range or use a feather attack. Use left trigger to throw a feather and interrupt an enemy's attack just before the critical attack hits Corvus. Corvus will regenerate thrown feathers over time. Feathers will also leave wounds in the enemy and stop them from healing for a while. Yeah, this is going to be a pain. Guess I'm gonna have to get some attacks in. Okay, do I have anything else? No. Ow. Well, I think I got him with a feather. That part is confusing. How many feathers do I have? Not many. Ow. I dodged sideways back into the attack. Ow. This is going to be one of those games, ain't it? Like, I love me some Souls-likes. Wow, dodging is completely useless. Like, utterly pointless. It can work, but the enemies have hyper turning. Oh boy. Yeah, I was trying to get away, and it just does not matter. Well, I'm out of juice. Let's try that again. Yeah, the problem is I parry more or less as soon as I see the attack starting to wind up, but I'm not used to the timing on it, so you really have to fully watch that animation, otherwise it does nothing. But yeah, the dodge roll, like, you're more likely to kind of swing around them. You're more likely to swing around them, but because they have, like, super turning. Okay. Maybe that was him healing. Yeah, this is gonna be a problem. Oh, got him there. Okay, maybe dodging is not as pointless as I think. Ow. But it does hurt. It's just much like parrying. Much like parrying, you have to parry, like, at the last second. Nope, that ain't gonna work. Nope. I was hoping I'd dive forward and hit him. Nope. I'm getting closer, but I'm not getting better at parrying. That's the tough part. I think it's very much one of those kind of games that, like, either you get that part or you're just absolutely boned. Alright, I do have a sprint button. I wonder if I can use that mid-combat. Probably not. Not comfortably. I was like, oh, that's a feather point. Nope. I'm kind of getting him. Let's see. Okay. Nope. He was doing the green thing. So I think the problem is healing and... Yeah. So that's healing. Ugh. Yeah, so there's two different green effects that can happen. There's him healing, and then him doing a crit. So that was a crit. But it followed immediately after the heal. The visual language is... It makes a lot of sense, But if you're only partly paying attention, you're watching for the crit. Any amount of green is just like, oh, okay. I realize that I am becoming a plague of gripes with these things immediately, but I have trouble with Souls-likes. I just pressed the wrong parry. Oh, that was actually a crit. Oh, it's okay. And, like, I am doing better. I say as I then proceed to take 2 hits. Nope. Try getting him with a feather. I want to get away from the man. Thank you. Nope. That's the crit. I really just want to get away. Wait, here's a question. Can I just kill him? There we go. I was like, the feathers should be able to do a little bit of damage to him. That wasn't perfect. But I'll take what I can get. Mainly just because I have no other choice. It's a tough one. And like I said, I have trouble with some Souls-likes because, like, Dark Souls, Elden Ring, and a bunch of these other games aren't actually that, like, hard immediately. Okay, maybe Elden Ring gets kind of tough. And, like, Bloodborne kind of. But I find a lot of, like, Souls-likes. Okay, there we go. I find a lot of Souls-likes that are trying to be Dark Souls often kind of assume that you have the same level of mastery as an expert player right from the start. Maybe. How did this all begin? They said that an accident occurred on the day of the king's birthday. Previously, the plague was only spreading outside the kingdom, but after the outbreak, all have gone mad. Okay, so now we are firmly in the Hermes kingdom. And maybe it's just a me thing. Maybe it's just I'm used to the slowness of Dark Souls 1 and 2. Because I liked Dark Souls 3 enough, but I found it was a little too fast for me. A little too reliant on really good dodging or really good parrying. And, you know, I got through it because of multiplayer, but I didn't really get through it on my own. I tried, and I was kind of like, this is fine enough. And then Sekiro had a rhythm to it that pure parrying doesn't seem to demand. This looks like an actual boss fight, which is a little worrying. Because that last guy was hard enough. Like I said. Oh no, this is the reason why... This is a instant lose kind of fight. I was wondering about that. I was like, I do not think I am ready for this fight. I parried him once. I'm assuming you've got to be able to beat it on the first go, but it's so bloody hard. Corvus, you're finally awake. I was worried about you. You were badly hurt. Luckily, you made it back in time. Corvus, do you remember what you did? You need the right formula to use Hermes' answer. It appears the injury caused you to lose your memory, so perhaps it would be helpful to start with a description of what you still remember. Come back when you've got your memories in order. Until then, you can walk around. It might help jog your memory. Leave. Philosopher's Hill is the royal family's sanctuary. Every fall, Father would take us here. He says on that hill he is not king, but merely a father and a friend. There's no need for formalities here, he would say. After the outbreak, domestic matters became pressing, and our visits to this place grew less and less. Okay, we can recall his memories by visiting locations and quests in the map. Huh. More memories and locations are unlocked when Corvus starts to remember. Interesting. So this is commune to recall, but we've got a couple more memory bits that we can take a look at. Hermes Royal Bulletin. The families of the Knightly Order petition the king to stop sending knights to battle outside of the kingdom's borders. The former chairman of the Institute of Alchemical Studies, Emerald, has officially appointed someone to take her position. Emerald said she wanted someone with even greater abilities than herself to lead the alchemical research in Hermes. The Twilight Circus, hailing from the Sea of Trees, was once again invited to perform in the royal court. As expected, Ringmaster Adur's new performance was received with great acclaim from all who attended. Alright. Are you ready to recall? Continue to recall or leave. Let's go back to that other thing, plus maybe out here. What is this? Okay. So, Sea of Trees. Let's hold off for a second. Because it looks like there might be a little bit more out here that I can look at. It's an exhortation of the former kings. He who examines himself shall never be lost. Okay. Camera doesn't really like me moving around like this. It's not very smooth and it sometimes gets stuck on things. Kind of? I don't know, it's weird. Hard to describe. What brings me the greatest joy to Philosopher's Hill, or the greatest joy is coming to Philosopher's Hill with the children every year. Watching them run about, play together, never fails to help me forget the turmoil of the kingdom. Recently some strange sickness has plagued the lands beyond our borders. I must make sure our kingdom is prepared. That's fallen in. So very much kind of Firelink Shrine of a sort. It doesn't look like it can actually go up that staircase, though. I'm not entirely sure if that staircase leads anywhere. Okay. The whole place is kind of messed up. Let's see. Okay. Let's talk to her. Okay, so this is just the same as the... This is just the same as that map table that it brings me back to the Sea of Trees. So in the early days of the plague, the nobles banished all criminals, the poor and sickly, to a lower level of the kingdom, known as the Sea of Trees. The upper rings of society, living above this slum, care nothing about their lives. They refer to them as the hopeless, letting them succumb to sickness and all manner of ghastly creatures. Okay, so we can now level up. Strength increases saber attack and wound damage. Vitality, max health, and plague. 1 talent point when he reaches an attribute up to level 25. Got it. I'm curious about talents, but I guess we're not going to be able to see what they are until we level up, which is going to be tough. Let's see. I'm just going to probably put it all into just pure raw attack damage. Oh. Or maybe we start with 2 talent points. Okay, so we don't have too much. Perform fast saber hits in a 3-hit combo. Well, in the air... I can jump? Okay. Let's deflect. Use the dagger to fend off an enemy's basic attacks. I feel like going down dagger is probably my best. Yeah, sidestep to evade all damage. So, I think maybe the reason why stuff felt bad is because I haven't leveled it up yet. That they have to give it room to grow. Long claw. So, longer range. More damage. Okay, what is strategies? Dealing damage to the enemy leaves wounds on them. Wounds are temporary. Oh, I see. These are unlocked. Oh, I see. So we already have these. So we can perform a second dodge. Dodge twice and the second is longer. Let's see. Step and jump. B towards an enemy right before the critical hit to jump and interrupt it. Interesting. During certain on-hit animations, B to get up quickly. Okay, so deflect. When successfully deflecting attacks, the enemy counterattack gauge is reduced. Enter defense mode. I guess I'm gonna get precise deflect. And am I out of points for now? Yes. Well, that's fine. If this game is gonna force me to learn how to parry, I might as well specialize in it a little bit. Or just lose horribly. Hello, sir. Why is the camera making me look in that direction? I have no idea. I'll like push against it and it brings me back and it's confusing. Okay. I always parry just a little too soon. And it's one of those where I don't want to be bad at parrying, but I'm going to be terrible at it. Tattered Twilight Circus recruitment ad. Twilight Circus has the following openings. No restrictions or qualifications. All able-bodied applicants welcome. Porter, 20 provisions. Street vendor, 10 positions. 5 males, 5 females. Will be required to undergo a physical examination and perform clerical duties within the tent. Ascending compensation. Interested parties, please contact. Okay, let's see. Do I heal? Yeah, I might as well. Like, I swear I'm parrying right before, but it's gotta be, like, the moment of contact rather than anything else, which is odd. Like, you'd think if a man is winding up like that, you could biff him good and stun him right out of it, but I guess I am wrong. Builder Elledge, Builder Elledge, wow. That's a bad mix-up. Village Elders Manuscript 1. Several days ago, some mysterious visitors arrived at the village, hoping to talk with me. I never had a good feeling about the people from above. After all, they're the ones who abandoned us. But they are the royal guards. I couldn't just avoid them. They asked me a lot about the circus. It feels like effectively a bunch of plague people infiltrated the circus. And used that as kind of a means of getting the plague up above. Which, honestly, kind of makes sense. Like, yeah, so the camera, I think, kind of fixates on if and when there's an enemy in the immediate area. Oh boy. There's 2 of these. Okay, and the other guy heals. Yeah, the combat is almost easier if I'm not doing anything. Yeah, it's weird. The camera will absolutely just not move sometimes. We've returned a brand new program made just for you, the audience, with featured acts such as Big Clown Beat-A-Rama, Dagger's Fatal Roll Call, whoa, and the highly anticipated Grand Illusionist Odor's Mysterious Finale every Saturday and Sunday. Just at the brink of dusk, the circus tent opens for you. Worrying? Yeah, so like here, it kind of like locked in this direction and wouldn't let me move the camera for a bit. Okay, we've already seen that one. Can I get through here? I can. More there. Oof. Yeah, this place looks like it's in need of desperate need of a good purging. Okay, do we have anybody around? Maybe, yes. There we kinda go. Not perfect. I'm gonna take more damage than I ought to. But I'll parry when I can. So knife skill shard. Interesting. Yeah, so I think what it's trying to do is it's trying to lock on to treasure or foes. Okay, awkward. There we go. It's trying to lock onto treasure or foes that are in the area to, you know, not have me look away from them. It's a little awkward if there's actually no treasure or foes in the area. Twilight Circus is urgently seeking porters and carpenters, 50 positions available. No restrictions or qualifications. Outstanding compensation. Interested parties, please contact. It seems like they got... Oops. Hold up. Thought so. Like, that's a lot of positions to be recruiting for, no matter what. It doesn't matter how big your circus is, that's a lot of folks. Do we have a shortcut? Looks like it. Well, this is going swimmingly. Ow. Yeah, I tried dodging that one. Did not work. I wonder if you can't dodge crit hits either. Because I know you can't parry them normally. Oh. Well, there's just a door there. Alright. So we want to go up. Because that's where I lost my stuff. I might just die anyway. You never know. But if I'm lucky, maybe I can retain my bits. Come here, sir. I wish to fight you away from your dagger-wielding friend. There we go. I'm getting a little bit better at it. The main problem is you have to learn everybody's parry timing. And everybody has different parry timing to some degree. Because the dudes with the axes definitely swing slow. You know, long wind up and the like. Okay. Is this? No, this is not where I died. There we go. Not pretty. But it'll do. Ish. Or I'll keep dying. We'll just figure it out. Yeah, so here I'm like trying to wiggle the camera. It's not working. I've been there though. I'm trying to figure out where I died previously. And yeah, I'm getting a little bit better at the axe guys. It just feels like it's going to take a lot of tries before I can actually get to this normally. Oh. I've not been here. Well, there's nobody here. I want to join the circus in order to provide for my family. There are rumors floating around that some people go into the tent and never come out. But the pay is so good, nobody really cares. The staff members that did my health check said my body is what they're looking for. No idea what that means, but to hell with it. Yeah, so my assumption is the circus was actually... what was... I have no idea, man. The circus was actively trying to bring the plague up. And that's exactly what happened. Can you jump? Well, there that goes, but that's fine. I don't really care that much anyway. Whoops. Hello, sir. Yeah, I can also just go full aggro and delete those guys before they can hit me. Do we have anything? Collection of memories. I see. More points. That up there? Nah, nothing. I like the ambiance. I think the big issue with this game, for me, is just going to boil down to the simple fact of, like, you know, get good is hard. And there's quite a lot of games that I struggle with on, like, a fundamental level of, like, getting good actually takes some, like, time and effort. I think I could do it. It actually does seem to have the mechanical density and quality, for the most part, to actually support it. But that initial, like, hump of getting over it and being like, yeah, I can actually do well at this game, sometimes is kind of hard. But I prefer a really slow increase in difficulty curve on a personal level. I think I'm a weak baby man when it comes to hard games. But I can appreciate them for what they are. But that struggling too much kind of deletes the fun factor for me. The exiled have created a settlement that surrounds the sacred trees. These towering deities protect us from monsters and plague. The prophets say that even just carrying a broken twig of the sacred tree can drive off the pestilence. Speaking of driving off the pestilence... Oh, there is a ladder here. Is this just that starting shack? Yeah, it lets us skip a couple of fights. That actually seems kind of fine. What was I gonna say, though? Oh, Plague Doctor masks. I was thinking about it recently. You know, growing up, Plague Doctor masks were kind of derided as, like, kind of these useless things that people packed with herbs that they thought would keep the plague away, but, you know, it just didn't. There we go. Well, I'm getting better at this whole parry game. It definitely takes a lot more focus out of me than I'd like, which, you know, that's probably part of it, that if I wasn't trying to do commentary, this would be a lot easier. But still, you know, the last couple of years with the whole Plague Doctor mask thing, realizing that, like, actually, maybe they were onto something with them. You know, maybe not to the extent. Maybe not to the extent of, like, packing them with herbs and shit, but... Oh, I can just stun her. Sure, why not? That works. But that, you know, masks actually do seem to help in the plague. Oh, good. This is just gone. Perfect. Maybe not the bubonic plague. But I also... I know that was mostly from, like, lack of cleanliness and rats, if I remember right. So... maybe that one's not as good. I parried that. I guess it just straight up slid through him. There we go. Not too bad. A little tough. Okay, and what does he have? Hand axe, skill shards. Yeah, okay, what was that? The camera's sliding to look at the center of the tree. Might have actually been going to look at this dude, but I'm not sure. Rude. There we go. There's something in the fog. Oh, I see, it's a lady. I'll get my feathers back. Now I'm gonna have to... oh, that's a person. Oops. I guess I can kind of go into the fog. It doesn't... I don't know. I'm just gonna have to wait. I didn't realize there was a dude standing in front of the whatever it is. The plague nodule. Do we have anything over here? We do. What is it with the camera here? It really does like to just look at things. I'm not quite sure why. Oops. I might be able to get in there. Yes. So I can dodge for a speed boost. I told them I didn't know what's in the buckets, but they kept asking, even requesting to speak with villagers who have worked in the tent. My nephew actually worked in the tent, and he said the buckets were filled with oddly shaped small creatures. But the circus folk are one of us, the tree blessed. So how could I possibly reveal their secret? Oops. Huh. Is it a person? No, that looks fully like a carving. I was like, does this eventually turn people into tree bits? But the answer is no. Gosh. These plague sacks are like actually just super gross. I like it. It's got a very strong like Blighttown flavor to it. Which I think is solid? I don't know. I think like everybody, there's kind of that communal... Okay, good. That looked like a boss or a something. There's kind of that communal suffering around Blighttown. Let's see. How many do I have? Oh, this would increase my HP. All in on damage. Who cares? HP is nice. But not that important. Okay. Oh, we have 2 more talent points. Okay, cannot... Oh. Slightly increases deflect time, but... Okay. I don't want deflect damage. I want these. Yeah, so you only get to choose, but you can reset whenever you like, which is nice. And it looks like limited on those. When successfully deflecting or blocking attacks, some energy will be restored. It's actually kind of tempting. What else do we have? Saber, 5-hit combo, saber damage. Execution, some health and energy will be restored based on the level of the enemy. Ooh, that's nice. Okay, do we have anything else? No. So what the hell is this thing? Oh. Ow. Yeah, that swing, I don't know about. Can I hit him with his own hit? I can. Perfect. That was... probably should have feather parried it. What? Rude. Ow. Yeah, frustratingly, I almost have to use my claw here. Considering everything. Okay, I did reasonably well. I think that extra parry window goes a very long way. Which I think gives me a bit of a chance here. It's not a perfect one. Oh, hey. Need the key to the side of the tent. Well, that's fair. Snag this. Hammer skill shard. Okay, good time to heal. As I have done some serious damage to this guy. Alright. Lucked out on that one. Ow. Too busy clawing. Didn't work. There we go. There we go. Oh, that extra parry window is everything I needed and more. Ow. Got him. In the potion menu, Corvus can use Alchemy Enhancer to increase the number of potions he can carry, health recovery, and number of ingredients slots in the potion. After unlocking ingredient slots, Corvus can add different effects to the potion for extra effects. Or ingredients to the potion for extra effects. Alchemy Enhancer after defeating more challenging enemies for the first time. Interesting. Okay, can also use skill shards from fallen enemies to unlock or upgrade plague weapons. Interesting. X to cast... Okay. So energy... Oh, so energy is magic. We just didn't have access to any of it yet. Okay. So maybe investing in that direction might not be a terrible idea over weaponry, but I could be wrong. Because being able to get energy from parries seems useful. Because what does this do? This increases my claw damage by a fair bit, actually. And my energy as well. Okay. I wonder if I can reset those. We also have some more talents. Let's see. If I take a look at deflect. Yeah, when successfully deflecting and blocking attacks, some energy will be restored. Plague weapon. So... we have hand axe, knife, halberd, shield, bow, scythe, hammer, which we can unlock. And equip. And it looks like you can maybe upgrade it? Oh, vitality 10. Reduce incoming or intake damage by 50% when casting. So it looks like you can kind of upgrade these. Or no. That's just like a synergy. But then you can also spend extra skill shards to reduce the energy cost, increase the damage. And 1 stack of offensive buff when cast. And then also just adds more to it. You know, reduces the energy cost, increases the damage, so on and so forth. And then we don't even know about the rest of these. Flying daggers, fist, guitar, whip, greatsword, twin swords, blood blade, javelin sword, giant sword, vile blood shield, blood storm, mutated tentacles. Oh, you can even see them. Yeah, it's freaky. Fool sponge and miasma. Neat. Alright, I'm warming up to this. Just investing those immediate... Can I open this up now? Yeah. Investing those initial points into increasing the deflect's efficacy went so dang far at making, okay, camera, work with me here. Hello, person. Oh. Okay. So it looks like I get plenty of energy back. Kind of. Get deep. So 35 energy on a parry. Which is pretty good. I don't know how much I'm gonna really invest in that general direction. It feels like increasing my actual energy isn't that helpful. That it might actually just be better that I focus on parrying and melee, which almost make vitality a little bit more useful. Circus seeks to procure small-sized animals in any condition for use in performances. Flyers, runners, jumpers, whatever. If it moves, we'll take it. Interested parties, please contact. So, my bet is the circus came and more or less unleashed a shit ton of rats in the upper city. Maybe. You know, use them as plague delivery vehicles, or some such. Don't know. Either way, we haven't actually fought a proper boss yet. However, okay, that's the opposite side. However, I think at this point, this is a good stopping point, at least for now. Let's see, notes on Hermes' life, Circus 1. In the beginning, the circus was just some personal entertainment for village workers, a few people getting together, amusing each other with cheap tricks. Gradually it began to grow. They called themselves Twilight. Besides signifying their nighttime performances, it also implies a way of finding joy in hardship. Anyway, so I think this is a good stopping point, at least for now. It's a decent Souls-like. I think it could use a couple of patches to smooth it out, mostly so I don't have to fight with the camera. I do not know. Sometimes it wants to do its own thing. I think there was focused on the chairs. Oh, I never looked at the potions, did I? It's a general potion, long-lasting potion. So, yeah, I don't know, and then fast-acting potion. Higher quantity, lower health. Okay, so we can also upgrade the potion. I see, and then we have 1. So increase potions to 4. Health recovery, and then ingredient slots. I'm gonna do an ingredient slot just to see what that gets me. Okay, craft potion, upgrade potion, craft. So we can do this, which adds... Oh, okay. So it's effectively like a little accessory system. So by doing this, I can add the sage, which increases health recovery by an additional 63. Nice. I like that. But anyway, so I think with this, it's a competent Souls-like. I think it's got a couple of issues that if you're like a purist Souls-like player, it might feel a little off-putting. But on the flip side, if you've played Dark Souls and all of every other From Software game, you know, to death and back again, this one might actually be worth considering. It's got a lot of the right components. I like the magic system. It seems pretty decently in depth. There's a lot of customization, which I appreciate. And the price tag ain't too bad. It's $22 for launch, $25 normally, which I think is rather reasonable. I would almost say wait maybe like a couple weeks to see if they put out some like patches just to smooth out the experience a little bit, and then dive right in. So honestly, possibly even like pick this up around Christmas. You might even get it for like a 20% off sale then ish. I don't know. But otherwise, it passes muster. I just would have to see more before I could really pass judgment. So with all that said, if you guys like this video in any way, shape, or form, Leave me a like, helps more than you know, and if you want to see more rad new indie games every single day, then hit subscribe, because I got tons and tons and tons of them to check out. But with that, thanks for watching. I'll see you next time.